Hello. Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Hope you're having a great day. Sandra here. As usual, I'm hoping that Facebook doesn't do its thing and go wild, but I think everything is fine. I see that we are live. I can see comments. So if anybody will join me, I would love you to come and say hi, say hello, so I know that somebody is here with me. We will start in a minute. I just want to go to the group and see if you can see me there, if it's actually live there. Let's see. Yes. All right. Okay. So everything is fine. Great. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Nice to see you here too. Um, so, Sandra here. If you don't know me and this is your first time, hi, Catherine. How are you? I'm so happy that you made it. Great. So I'm just introducing myself to people who do not know me. Maybe they will watch this in the replay, which is totally fine. So I'm Sandra, the designer behind SandraStitches and the host of the group. And I live in Israel, so we have a lot of going on. But we are here talking about crochet and oh, okay. And this is a kind of weekly live. I go in the group to meet my patterns. And the reason I do this is because I believe that you have to feel, right? The crochet, you have to feel the piece, you have to feel, you have to see it in live, not only in photos or maybe videos. And I always like to share the story behind. There is always some kind of story behind my design or my color um, choice, right? Excuse my English, all right? So my English is not my first language, but we get by. Anyway, so today we are here to talk about the Adriene Infinity Scarf. This is a pattern that is, I think, gorgeous, really. And I think it's really, I know that in many parts of the world now, it's already very cold and already like raining and maybe even snowing. But here, where I live, and I think in other parts as well, it's still kind of autumn. Well, here it's summer, right? As you can see, I'm still in summer clothes, very hot, very humid, but a little bit we can feel the temperatures going down a little bit. So when I think about that, I think about patterns, pieces that are not very, very, you know, intense, very texture, kind of very hot, to make you very something that you would wear if you are in a very, very cold temperature or country. So things with holes are my favorite. Now, oops, I think I forgot one end here. I can see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I have to weave it in. So this is a really, really simple way that you can use something, a design of a granny square or a square. You know, it's not a granny square because it doesn't have the granny stitch on it, but it's a square. It's called the Adriene square, and just make it as an infinity scarf. So I love this Adriene square because it's kind of, you know, very lacy. It has a lot of holes, but it's also very, how do you say it in English? It's very, you can see what's going on everywhere. It's not something that you have to really kind of, I don't know, make sure that you understand what's going on in the square, because there are too many stitches or too many combinations or too many things. No, it's plain simple, and you can see the shape, and you can see the flower here, and you can see just the frame around, and that's it. So you know me, I love simple, and I love nice, and I love quick. So this is a really quick square. Now I made, for this infinity square, a scarf. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them was enough to make a scarf. Of course, it depends on the yarn that you use. It depends on your tension. It depends on and that what's going to determine the size of each of your squares. But it doesn't really matter, because you can use any yarn. I used something that is called Signet, I think Signet Chunky or Stylecraft Chunky. Now this pattern is free on my blog, so I will put the link. Let me put the link in the comments so you can find it in my blog. Let's see, I used Stylecraft, it's called Stylecraft Special Chunky. And I wrote in the pattern that you can use any weight 5 yarn, but actually, after a deep look into this yarn, because I had the feeling all the time, this is not chunky weight. This is definitely not chunky weight. So when I got my new tools, where is it? How you open it? I have this tool that you can do the wrap per inch method to determine the weight of the yarn. So I figure out it's not a chunky yarn. Even though it says in the label and everything, it's more like an Aran yarn, Aran weight number 4. But it doesn't really matter. You can use any yarn that you want. You will just have to see the size that comes out the square. So I use this yarn in this color. It's kind of it looks a little bit green, but it's not green. It's kind of between green and blue. A really nice color. And I use also a brown, a chocolate brown, if you can see it's brown, a chocolate brown to make the frame around it so it pops up. I love this color combination. Of course, you can use it and make it in any color combination that you like. You can make it, all of it in one color. You can use different colors for the square, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. Of course, again, you can, this is an infinity scarf, but it's made of squares. So you can just leave it open and make more squares, and then you will have a long scarf. I just wanted to make an infinity scarf because I really enjoy them, and I think they are great. So yeah, so this is it. I just wanted something. The story behind this is that I joined them with just a tapestry needle, like weaving in, you know, from one stitch to the other, one stitch to the other. Very simple join, nothing special. It makes a really nice, if you can see, it makes a really nice joining texture here, yeah. So I like it. It's just forgot to weave this in. I like it. It's really nice, and it gives the whole piece a very kind of professional look. All right. And this is a story about this infinity scarf, the color combination, and the kind of yarn that I used. Now, oh, let me see. Hi, Lynn, how are you? Hi, Susan, how are you? You have a few minutes to join. I've been nursing my husband since a very... Oh, I hope it's okay. Invasive surgery. Wow. Okay, so I wish you the best and your husband, and I hope you get well. He gets well, and then you can get back to your crocheting. Um, yeah, it's it's tough. Hi, Lynn. Nice to have you all here. I wanted to also show you, since we're here, yesterday, if you noticed in the group, I posted about a new free pattern that I have. It says I made this for the 2024 um, stash busting, holiday stash busting. I don't know how she calls it, the names. I'll tell you one name, one moment. Holiday stash down crochet long with Cal Central. That's the name. This is Marie from Underground Crafter. Every year she has this crochet long, and she approached me if I want to participate and have a new pattern. We have to, the designers, to make a new pattern, something that has never been done before, and because it's a stash down, holiday stash down crochet along, so it has to be something that is really small, and you can use your stash, and you can use, something that goes very quickly and can be also a gift. So I made this bag. As you can see, it's really small. I used a yarn that it's self-stripping, like the colors, it's itself. I didn't change colors, so it's just, what comes, comes. I love this color combination as well. It has some kind of cream and gray, and then it becomes a little bit with another green, kind of gray with a little bit of green, and this really light green, and then kind of a beige or something, some kind of beige. It's, of course, it's made bottom up. Okay, I will put the link. It's also free on my blog. Now, this crochet along, somebody asked me and sent me emails. It's not a free PDF download. It's a crochet along that you have the free patterns forever on the blogs. So you can go to the blog and follow the pattern there. There is no free PDF download on this crochet along. So let me see. I will put the link here in the comments. So if somebody is watching this also on the replay, let me see if it posts. Right. Now, why did I make this kind of so little, so small? Because I thought to myself, first of all, it has to be something that's stashed down, right? Use some yarn from your stash. So maybe you don't have a lot of yarn. You just have like half a skein or something. And I thought this can be a really nice gift wrapper. I don't know if this is a word. Like when you want to wrap a gift, right? So instead of using paper or plastic or whatever, all these things, you can make some of these with all the yarns that you have at home. If you have half a skein, it's enough. And if you have less than half a skein and you want to combine more colors together, that's fine. I use this yarn. This is a cotton yarn. I think it's preferable that will be a cotton yarn, but it doesn't really, if you use it for wrapping gifts, it doesn't really have to be cotton yarn. But I use this This is sports weight cotton yarn. Now, if you know me, you know I don't use sport weight. I even don't use DK weight. But I got this from this store in China, you know, this website from China, because we have all these problems here in my country. So we don't have flights coming in. So all our yarn that comes imported here, it's not coming. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I found this in this website, and I really like the colors, and actually it was really nice to use. And I ordered 2 skeins of this yarn. You will see in the pattern, I put a photo of it also. The thing with Chinese yarns like this is they don't have a label, and if they have a label, it doesn't say anything. It's just written something in Chinese. It says made in China or 100-gram skein or whatever, something like this. So it doesn't have any information on the label. But it says it's 100% cotton. So I think it's really nice. And if you want to start making gift wraps for your holidays, for Christmas or whatever, or Hanukkah, we are in the same month. So I think this can be great. And I use the V-stitch, which is my favorite V-stitch, my favorite stitch. And yeah, I think it's really, really nice. So you have 2 patterns now that I talked about. I put the links on the comments. Let me see if somebody, Lynn says, I'm good, finished a cardigan yesterday, had it started at the beginning of the summer. Now it's time to work on one of your patterns. Great! I'm so happy. So whatever pattern you work on, just let us know and share in the group so we can all appreciate you and see the pattern. So yeah, this is what I have for you today. These are 2 of my patterns. They are free on the blog, and you are so welcome to work them. Take some photos and share with us. All right? And I will see you next week with new patterns, different patterns. I have a lot. I think I have now in Ravelry. Let me see how many I have already. And I have been, because of the war we are having here and everything, I have been crocheting a lot because I needed to calm my nerves and my, whatever is going on. I have already 202. That's insane. So I have a lot of new patterns coming. I have to write them, I have to take photos, I have to, some of them, test them. There's a lot of work going on there. But yeah, that's it. So I will see you next week with new patterns that you can meet. Have a great, great day, and I will see you. Bye-bye. Thank you all for coming.